Is kittenfishing as cute as it sounds?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
I know this may come as a shock to those of you who consistently draw us as prepubescent unicorns, but we're old. We were not born between the millennial years of 1981 and 1997.
Oh.
We have never been to Coachella, and we don't understand the current dating landscape.
But we are in a sea of millennials. We are surrounded by them. Many of our crew members regularly swim the Tinder sphere. Can you swim it?
It's very liquidy, yes.
And they thought that it would be interesting to, well, actually they were talking about some different dating terms that are in vogue, and we don't even know what in vogue means. We're that far behind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through some of these modern dating terms and see if the two of us together can figure out what they mean, and then we'll be told what the correct definition is and see if we were right.
Also see if you know what they mean so you can express dating superiority over us.
We're gonna start with this term that Lizzie brought up yesterday, stashing.
The top of the stack term is stashing. So right off the bat, I'm thinking mustache.
I'm on the same page.
So your mustache is
Important.
Well, it's important if you
Right.
have it. I had one for a few months.
Yeah, it was a very important couple months for you. The most important of the year.
It did not change my dating life because I'm married.
In fact, it probably would have hurt it because your wife hated it.
Yeah, it hurt my love life,
Right.
big time. But I like it's like the top shelf. It's putting some hair on the top shelf.
How does this translate to dating?
Yeah.
I'm not following yet.
I think
I'm not on the shelf with you.
And then when you put something on the shelf,
like another person's lip?
like a person.
You put a whole person on your mustache?
When you put something on the shelf, what does that mean?
It means you could remember it forever.
I didn't.
It's a special place. Oh, you mean setting them aside?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's somewhere within that realm. If you're stashing somebody,
no way this is right.
You're putting them on the top shelf. It's like
a place of reverence or a place of forgetfulness.
Which is it?
Are we correct?
Oh well, no. You're asking Stevie, but it's written it's written on the back of the card. We have the answers here.
Okay.
Definition: verb. I'm right so far.
Great.
The act of refusing to introduce the person you're dating to anyone in your life. That's like putting them on a shelf.
Okay, hey.
Leaving them at home on a shelf. You might stash someone if you don't see a future with them beyond the short term.
I'm going to say that was correct, Link.
But it really was incorrect because it was more like stash, like you hide something away.
Right.
Which I
But
was
incidentally,
blind to.
in a weird way, you came up with the same answer. Okay, breadcrumbing.
Well, hungry already.
I'm familiar with the story of Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel, you mean?
Yeah, and
breadcrumbing.
The initial. This has got to have something to do with what breadcrumbing represents, which is you're trying to create a trail, and if you're dating, you're trying to create a trail back to you.
But you end up in a furnace. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, that can happen depending on who you're dating. But I think this is one of those. This is where you put personal clues in a person's space,
so that you can get back to them.
So that if they dump you, they will keep finding pieces of you. And literal could be pieces. It could be like you take a lock of hair and put it in their drain, and then you break up with you, and they're cleaning it out. And they're Rhett,
I got to take this back to Rhett and get back together.
Yeah, but you can also do things like just throw a pair of underwear behind a dresser. Anything that will cause them to remember you fondly. Personally,
is that where all my underwear
I don't do this, but like you can take like their phone when they set it down, and then selfie yourself. And so you're putting yourself in their photo stream. And so then when they try to get you out of your life, they keep finding your hair and your underwear and pictures of you on their phone. They can't get you out.
But so just to be clear, that is so that you can reconnect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Am I right?
Let's see if I agree.
The act of stringing a partner along without ever committing to anything serious. One might drop a couple of breadcrumb texts per week just to keep a potential mate on the line. Okay.
That's not what you said.
Completely wrong. Can't win them all. Moving along. Cushioning.
Now this, immediately I'm thinking pillow fort. Most of my pillow forts are made of couch
I'm always
cushions.
thinking about pillow forts.
Yeah.
I was thinking about before you brought it up.
Right, when I get that look in my eyes, it's just like,
some pillow
you
fort,
know what
man.
I'm thinking about. A good old pillow fort made of just cushions because they're sturdier, which obviously relates to dating.
How?
In that you got to build an insulation. You're protecting yourself. So even though you're not giving yourself over fully to the relationship.
Oh, okay.
You're not being vulnerable.
You're buffering.
You're not being vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're insulating yourself in a pillow
You're just
fort.
giving your soft parts to a person.
Yes.
Just your soft parts. I don't know what that means.
But not your bloody parts.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like your innards.
The act of keeping a side piece in one's back pocket as to have a cushion to fall back on when you're side piece.
You got to define the definition.
Come on, y'all.
A side piece is like somebody on the side.
Yeah. To fall back on when you're currently. Okay. All right.
I do not approve of cushioning.
Mooning.
Judgment issued.
Mooning. Now, I am certain about this one.
Yeah, this is pretty obvious.
This one comes from the original idea of mooning, which is showing your fanny to somebody. For our English friends, showing your butt. You're not supposed to say that over there, but we're here.
We're not over there.
So
my grandma's name is Fanny.
Right, come on, give me a break. So, but this is, now first of all, you gotta have a nice butt to pull this off, but this is the act of showing your booty to someone repeatedly as a lure. Using your booty as a lure. Yeah. So it might be like if you're one of those Instagram models and you do the squats or whatever, that's a good way. But personally, I think this is like you set up some sort of scene where they have like a plumbing issue and you you loosen some things and not in their body, in their house. And then you literally go over there and perform some plumbing exercises, reveal the booty, like a little bit of the booty cleavage, and they will be enticed.
So this one works well if you're a plumber.
Yeah. No, but you gotta have a nice butt. You gotta have a plumber with a nice butt.
Definition. Verb. Putting the do not disturb on a text message chat in order to efficiently ignore them.
Ooh. Moon. It's like, oh, yeah. It's like I'm sleeping.
Oh, the moon symbol.
Yeah.
Huh. I tried to do that on a group text once, and instead I pushed the button that shared my location.
I was on.
So
said
the
group
opposite.
text.
Everybody just showed up. I was like, I didn't want to talk to any of you guys. Now you're here.
Kittenfishing.
Kittenfishing.
Obviously related to catfishing.
No.
I'm going to go.
No, definitely not. Can we hear this one in a millennial context? Like a sentence?
Oh my God. I met up with Asher from Bumble at Starbucks so we could try a donut waffle rainbow frappuccino, and he totally kittenfished me. He doesn't have a man bun. He just clipped a ball of extensions to his head.
So he showed up, but his hair was fake.
Yeah.
Well, that's what catfishing is. So this is like little catfishing.
I don't know what catfishing is.
Catfishing is when you misrepresent yourself in a big way, and kitfishing is when you misrepresent yourself in a small way, like the man bun thing, right? I mean,
it's a little white lie for the sake of your dating prowess.
But the kitten may not be
Am I right? Verb. This is the less extreme version of catfishing. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, all we needed was context.
The act of presenting yourself in a more attractive light on the internet, but falling obviously short in person, as in literally short. Most men kittenfish about their height on Tinder. Ooh.
I wouldn't have to do that.
Or their fake man bun. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I do. I know a lot about that. Umfriend with an M. To me, this is sort of like, you got to look at the root words. This is when you're dating someone and you find out they're an umpire. and then you're like, we got to be friends. Because
this has nothing to do with like unfriending someone?
No. Dating an umpire.
Unfriending an umpire.
You don't want to commit yourself. In high school, I committed myself to a lady who was an umpire.
Oh, yeah.
And then 90 mile per hour fastball to the head. Everything about her changed.
Ooh.
And
she wasn't wearing the mask?
It went to the side of the mask. She turned at the last second.
Can't turn if you're an umpire.
Yeah, so.
You get unfriended.
Don't want to commit.
Can I reveal?
Yeah.
I agree. This is a noun or a verb. The term when a romantic interest isn't quite a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, or
umpire.
Date, but awkwardly referred to as an friend?
Okay, so it's that awkward middle ground where you don't know where you stand. You're an umfriend. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense, but that umpire story was completely real.
Oh, you learned along with us, I hope. I hope we're not the only ones that didn't know all of those. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
My mom's about to get married.
And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
We now have youth sizes and lady sizes of the good Mythical t-shirts in navy and black.
Mythical.store, y'all. You're gonna love it. Click through the Good Mythical more. We're gonna hear some amazing dating stories from crew members. It's like an expose. Some people have been cushioned, stashed, breadcrumb, kittenfish, mooned, or unfriended.
Comment takeover. This is when we send you to a relatively undiscovered video and have you comment on it. We're sending you over to Facing My Bird Fears.
You won't let me get on the other side of the car. Oh my God.
We want you to comment telling her how brave she is. Listen.
Sincerely.
Be mythical. Don't tell them we sent you.
And don't be mean, be nice. Thanks for clicking subscribe.
Click on the left to watch our show after the show, Good Mythical More.
Click the video on the right to watch another episode of Good Mythical Morning.
And be sure to check out our other channel, This is Mythical, by clicking the video on the bottom.
Thanks for being your mythical best.